Hi and welcome back. So yes, it is another video from Dratlaw44. I hope you're having a great day so far. So basically, pretty much this is going to be a video talking about my wish list for Season 7. Now, I'm sure a lot of you will have seen, or hopefully would have seen, the two trailers that were advertising Season 7. The new map Olympus, some new changes, even hovercraft vehicle things. Let me know what your thoughts are. And if you haven't seen the trailers, actually do check them out, because actually I have to say, the one thing about Apex, and something that always amazes me, is the actual clarity and the actual quality of the trailers. They're so good, so amazing. Anyway, let's get into the content. So before I go into that, do remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. Right, let's get into it. So let's firstly start off with legend balances. So there has been a few hints that there will be some balances within legends. I'm hoping for a couple of little nerfs. And you know, without being too negative, I think that Revenant and Caustic are the two legends that I'd mainly like to see just a little bit of a toning down. I don't want them to be unusable or anything like that, but I naturally want to see them, you know, just balance a little bit more. But then there's, you know, apparently some balances like Mirage, Watson, Loba, and a couple of others. So, you know, it is quite interesting. I mean, I would like to sort of see, certainly, a little bit of a change within the meta. Nothing too drastic, but just to kind of like some things to freshen it up a little bit and keep us all interested, I suppose. So definitely would like to see some interesting balances, but not too over the top where they just completely kill a character. I don't want any character to be completely killed where they're unusable. I think and feel that they probably did kind of do that to Watson for a lot of those mains last season, but then as I don't use Watson at all, it didn't really affect me. But if it was my main, it would have been an absolute nightmare, especially with everything else. I think the next one would be, the biggest one, would be weapon changes. So I think we all know that there are some guns that are running rampant within the meta, and they clearly need some toning down. Now, there has been some apparent rumour of the R99 returning to null ground loot, which straight away I think is fantastic. I think it always should have been ground loot, and I think as a care package weapon, it was absolutely terrible, because yes, alright, with the attachments, it's great, but it's not what a care package weapon is all about. And they're rare drops, you don't really get to see it much, and it was kind of underwhelming for a care package weapon. So basically, they need to bring that back to ground loot. I feel like they need to put the Vault most definitely into the care package, and I would love to see the Devotion back and maybe take the Peacekeeper out. The Kraber should always remain as a care package weapon, because let's face it, it's kind of just that kind of weapon. It requires a lot of skill to kind of use, and of course that is a good thing. So hopefully we'll see some toned downs in that way. I do feel that the Hemlock needs a little bit of a slight nerf. Now, I am a Hemlock main as regards to guns. I use it a lot, and I used it before the buff, so it wasn't just like, oh, it got buffed, alright, I'm going to use it now. I always used it on the burst fire and the single fire beforehand as well. But it is really overpowered, and it makes it so much easier for just anyone to pick the gun up and use, and I think that isn't really where the Hemlock should be. I feel like that is something that really needs just a little bit of a balance, and, you know, a little bit in regards to maybe damage. I'd say damage. I think the damage maybe should be reduced a little bit for the burst fire. That would probably be a good thing. Or maybe just that the burst fire wasn't so easy to control, so the recoil was a little bit more harder work, shall we say, to get. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, because of course, you know, everyone's got different opinions. Do you think the Hemlock's in a good place? Do you think the Prowler is? Do you think that needs a nerf? I've said that in a previous video, actually, when I did it against versus the R99, an older video that I did back in Season 5. I'll link that one down in the description below, because I don't think there's much changes in regards to that. I think that is pretty much the same, apart from that the R99 is a care package weapon, and damage wise there was a couple of little bit of indiscrepancies with the damage numbers, but hey, that's a minor little thing. So yeah, so the other thing then would be the lag reduced massively on PS4. Now, this is something that obviously, if it is affecting Xbox and PC as well, I want to see it fixed on all of the platforms. But since crossplay has come into play since Season 6 started, the lag has been pretty terrible. Now, I would say that the lag was bad at the start of Season 6. However, it's been even worse with crossplay coming in. Now, I did do a very, very in-depth video showcasing exactly the experiences and the problems that we get on PS4. I know a lot of people are saying the same thing, so it's not just like that it's my experience. A lot of people are saying the same thing. Now, I have had it where PC users have said to me, it's nowhere near as bad as that. So I know that it's really, really bad on PS4. I don't think it's as bad on Xbox or PC, probably because they're run by Microsoft and Sony have a completely different kind of server type thing, and it's just really bad. And I know that comes from Apex because the game was running fine before the update and before the sort of all the changes in Season 6 and crossplay came in. But I'll link that one in the description below because that one is probably the more important one to check out, because I'd love you guys to see that, and if you can make sort of like points and, you know, post it on Reddit, Twitter, Twitch, all the things that the media options that there are, that would be absolutely great, because again, although I can do that, the more people who do, the better, you know, and it just gets it more noticed, more seen, and I would love to get it fixed because it is an absolute nightmare. I mean, it is almost unplayable. You know, I watch sometimes YouTubers on sort of thing. Now, you see this shot with a hemlock, right? Okay, so that is something that I was able to do at the start of Season 6. This is an older video with the time to kill much lower. I thought I'd show this one because, you know, it was a good video and I never really got a chance to use it. But however, you can see me shooting from quite a distance. Now, in the sort of like, since crossplay's come out, I doubt I could even do that. And then I probably wouldn't even see a bullet, I'd be hit by 14 bullets, and I'd be killed, and I wouldn't even know about it. So, a big thing with lag, I feel, at the moment. But yeah, let me know what you guys are thinking. You know, do you play on PS4? Are you experiencing the same thing? Do you play on Xbox or PC? I know that some of you have said it's better, so I imagine that the answers will be similar, but do let me know your experiences and what your thoughts are on that side. So a kill cam being added was another one. Now, there is a multiple reason for this, and it kind of follows into the side of my other wish list that I'm definitely going to be mentioning. So a kill cam being added would be a nice feature. Now, it's not a game-breaking feature. It's something that should be optional, that you can have on or not have on, all those things. And, of course, you should be able to, of course, you know, choose whether you want to use it. Now, one of the reasons is because, I'm not being funny, but there's been a lot of times where I've been killed, and this is not a priority issue in comparison to the lag and some other things, but however, I do feel that it would be very nice to sort of see it added. And that follows on to the reason being is because, I'm not being funny, but the cheats is growing in numbers as we progress. So what's happening is that we're encountering a lot more cheats, or even on PS4. Now, I know that everyone's saying, oh no, PS4 hardly gets any cheats, it's mainly PC. PC probably does get more, I'm not going to lie, it definitely gets more, but with the skill-based matchmaking the way it is, the higher class players that we're coming against, the more cheats that we're actually encountering as well. And I've got some that I definitely will be able to show. Now, we did report one player that we came across twice, quite recently, who actually was using a single fire hemlock and hitting every single bullet. But we've seen loads and loads and loads and loads of cheats and things like that. And that is following on to the next thing, a better report feature for those cheats. It's absolutely dreadful on PS4. I'm not sure if it's better on PC or Xbox, but it is absolutely dreadful on PS4. You have to click on the person's profile, then you have to basically click the report thing, press options to report, but then half the time when you actually click on it to report someone, you can't actually report them. So they're running around cheating, using aimbots and various things, and they're completely getting away with it. It's a nightmare. So, I mean, that is my main sort of thing with the wish list at the moment. I mean, there probably are some other things. I'm not going to be posting as many videos, of course, coming up to Season 7. Makes much more sense to do it when Season 7 launches. Also, I normally do a stream on a Saturday. I don't plan to at the moment, unless my friends really want to take part in that, but most likely we'll probably stream, or try and stream, when actually Season 7 launches on the 4th of November. So let me know if you did enjoy the video, if there's any other things that you'd like to add to the wish list, any other ideas are absolutely appreciated. I love different thoughts and concepts and all those good things. And if you like the video, a like really helps me out. If you want to subscribe and help me towards my goal of 100 subscribers before the end of 2020, that would also be very much appreciated and amazing. But otherwise, do remember to never stop moving, never stop believing, and stay Apex. Thank you for watching, and you take care and have a great rest of the day, evening or night. See you in the next video. Cheers now, bye.